Welcome to Deep Thought. Thoughts about trends like the quarter zip movement. Now, for those who, for whatever reason, don't know what the quarter zip movement, you have a bunch of young black men, instead of wearing that Nike tech fleece, wearing stuff around their face and all of that stuff, they're wearing quarter zips now. Now, some people might take it as a joke, but then some people might take it serious. And I was just thinking about trends like that. Trends like that are interesting, especially in this day of social media. All you need, it could be whatever. I would not be shocked if you got a bunch of guys wearing high waters personally. And yeah, they've actually wearing some personally, not just to wear high waters, but to show their socks. Actually, back in when I was in high school, I would purposely wear high waters to school. I would purposely wear high waters because I was buying expensive socks. But we didn't have social media back then, so that couldn't pick up. But I was thinking about trends like that and how different things start as a trend. Because getting back to that quarter zip movement, now that's actually good. These young men, they putting that on. Now, whether they put it on as comedy or as, if they put it on seriously, whatever the case, they wearing it. It's a different thing. Yeah, because Uncle Rom got plenty of quarter zips upstairs. I got plenty. I've been wearing them. But see, I'm an older gentleman. But you got some younger men wearing it, and of course, you get some people who are coming against that for whatever reason. And I'm just like, why? Because let's say they doing it like it's really a serious movement among them. And I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, because my sons, they ain't wearing any of that anyway. So what? Because when you get trends, you get a difference in thought. You know, well, two things with the trend. One, somebody had to start it. And one of the things I found with any trend, it might not be the person on like that social media video. They might have saw it someplace else and say, hey, let me do that. Two, if it sticks and you get people doing a certain thing, wearing certain clothes, behaving in a certain way, dancing a certain way, it can change them. Because one of the things with any trends, it really affects behavior. And that's the thing. Because like, let's use the quarter zip example. Like, let's just be real. When these young men were wearing this Nike tech fleece and, you know, covering their faces and all of that, they look like they were on some, let's just say people would get nervous around them. But you see them clean cut now, wearing that fleece, you're just like, oh, okay. It really does change. Like, one thing about clothing, period, it can affect you psychologically. It can affect you depending on what you're wearing. It's very close. Because, like, I remember a time I was doing live seminars. I was supposed to be going to this coffee shop to do something in front of some live people. But at the time, working on one of my 1,000 jobs, I didn't have to wear hard-soled shoes. So I was wearing usually comfortable shoes to work in, doing a lot of physical work. But for this thing, I was wearing some hard-bottom shoes, and I was conscious of how I was walking, how I was behaving. I was walking differently. In fact, a scholar way back in the day had said that men, if they wearing hard-bottom shoes, they will walk differently, behave differently than if they were wearing just sneakers. And that's true. See, one of the things when you get trends like that, wearing certain clothes, doing certain things, you really will behave differently. Like, not even just that quarter zip thing, but bohemian types. Bohemian types, the clothes they wear, male or female. They usually don't wear those tight clothes. They usually wear a loose type of clothes and stuff where they can flow a bit better. But if you look at their behavior, if you look at their personality taste, usually more artistic. And when you're artistic, you want to flow a bit better. So, you're looking at all of this stuff. But one of the things, just thinking about the trend, because the first thing I think is, what started that trend? Who was the person? Like I said earlier, it's not always the person doing that video. And I mean, it could be, but it's not always the person. They might have seen it and say, hey, let me do that. And in fact, you might even have some of the theys purposely saying, hey, let's get that young person to do something because we want to sell this. And yeah, the theys will do that, whatever the case. But it does affect behavior. Whenever you get trends, like any clothing trend, it does affect it. And you don't have to believe me. Like I said, go out and pay attention. Pay attention how someone's behaving, how you going to treat them. In fact, talking about that quarter zip thing, there have been some people coming against it for whatever reason. Say, oh, y'all still be treated the same. I don't know about that. Because I've noticed differences in treatment from actually the same people when I've worn different clothes. If I'm wearing more relaxed clothes, like some sweats or something like that, being treated different than when I was by the same people than when they saw me in like a button-down shirt. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. And really, I don't understand anybody even coming against some movement like that. But whatever the case, it does have an effect. Whenever you see any trends, it could be on myriad levels. Like I said, the days could be promoting something. Like I said, back in the day, I used to purposely wear high waters because I had those expensive socks. I mean, those were like some polo socks. I wanted to make sure everybody saw my socks. I didn't care. I was like, man, I'm paying all this for these socks. I want to make sure everybody see them. Like I said, if we had social media back in the day, I probably would have started a trend. Ironically, that has been a trend. You seen some guys, they ain't wearing like some high waters or something. They even wearing socks. Like I like to say on my other channel, there's nothing new under the sun. But it's an interesting thing when you're looking at all of this. Like, what started that trend? Like people wearing their hair a certain way, wearing certain clothes, doing certain things. I kind of want to know who started that trend of women like getting those lashes and stuff. And I mean, you got stores promoting that, doing that. I mean, I'm like, I don't know. Personally, I like regular lashes personally. But what starts all of that? And I always think about that. I was like, I wonder where that started at. Because I always remember this lady when I was working on one of my 1,000 jobs. This was, in particular, was a summer job. And she was talking with everybody. And I never forget what she said. She said most of these styles start in the streets. People will like pay attention to what they're wearing and then promote that. So, I don't know. But, deep thought, it's something to think about. It's always something to think about. Anyway, that's all I have for now. And I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.